Time for this week's Happier at Home. We're talking about home modifications that can help keep older adults in a comfortable environment. We are joined now by Happier at Home CEO Marie Rodriguez.
Hello.
Good morning.
Nice to see you in person.
Nice to see you too. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, when we talk about these home modifications, what are we talking about in terms of what can keep older adults more comfortable?
Yes. So what we're talking about is after surgeries or even as people progress and need modifications to their home, some people have colonials. So being able to keep them in their home, not moving them either to a different facility or community or into a different home, ranch style, you can do things such as chair lifts so they're able to get to the second floor, wheelchair ramps to be able to get into the home. So offering those types of modifications to the home so they can stay where they want to be.
Why is it important to have this conversation perhaps early on before the actually need arises? Because a lot of times, unfortunately, you get to the point where somebody either suffers an injury or requires a surgery, and then all of a sudden you need to make these modifications. But leading to maybe that older age where you know something like this might be necessary, to have that conversation early on with a loved one to make those modifications, it can be key, right?
Absolutely. And even having somebody come to the home and do an in-home free evaluation or assessment, Mission Health and Home, they offer in-home free assessments to say, okay, this is the type of stair lift that you would need, or if the stairs turn, those types of things. Like you said, just to make sure you're prepared for the future if something was to arise.
You mentioned free assessments by some companies, but I imagine some of this can be a little overwhelming. It might be expensive. What resources are out there to help people make these decisions and maybe tackle some of the pricing?
Yeah, so there's always like your Lifespan, your Elder Source that are able to offer some support and some guidance. And I know there are some modifications as far as the power recliners to help you almost get to a standing position, or the mattresses or the beds, different things like that, that they do offer as a rental. And even the stair lifts, you'd have to chat with a company like that, but they may offer something that is almost where you're renting it and putting it into the home.
There are options.
Yeah, there's a variety of options too. We've got a little list of things, and this helps, I think, in and outside of the house. Mobility scooters, power wheelchairs, therapeutic mattresses. There are so many options out there that can be helpful. Where do you start that process in terms of research?
Yeah, so definitely looking at those local companies to say, you know, can we look at the items you have? Going online onto those websites as well would be helpful to see the modifications or the different items that they have that you'd be able to use and utilize in your home.
And there are some showrooms too where you can see this stuff in person,
Correct.
right?
Oh. Yes,
Yeah.
there is, yes.
How important is that too, just to kind of get your eyes on this stuff and even perhaps try it out to make sure it's a good fit and is going to help you or your loved one?
Yeah, definitely good to go into, especially for like the chair lifts, those types of things. Some are leather, some are more fabric. They have larger ones where, you know, leather might not be the right choice for somebody, you know, more of the sliding issue, those types of things. So definitely getting into those showrooms and being able to try things out and making sure it's comfortable and a good fit for you.
Describe how being able to make these modifications in the home help older adults in terms of their independence mentally and not being able to relocate.
Exactly. Like you said, just being able to stay in their home after surgery or any of those things as their health progresses, to say, you know what, mom or dad or whoever it is, you can stay home because we're going to have this chairlift and you're going to be in the home that you've lived in forever because you're going to be able to get to the second floor. Right. Another big one is also bathroom conversions, the tubs and those types of things. If there's a bathtub, being able to just modify it to do a stand-up shower where you can either roll in and have all the grab bars, something as simple as grab bars as well.
Yeah.
And you're improving not just your loved one's life who may be an older adult with some mobility issues, but it's also improving the life of the whole family too, because giving them that independence may also take the burden off family members who become caregivers, right?
Yes, absolutely. Definitely.
For people who want maybe more guidance, they can look to you as a resource?
Absolutely. At www.happyeratHome.com, or you can feel free to call our office as well.
All right.
All right. Oh,
one more
quick
thing
shout
you
out,
had
right?
to say.
Yes, I wanted to wish my son Rocco a happy 11th birthday, and my biggest fan, and I told him I'd give him a shout out. So I love you, buddy,
Hope
and
you're
happy
watching.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Rocco.
Thanks so much for your time
Thank you
this
for having
morning.
me.